Hello everybody, welcome to Shyam's Storytime. Today I have an interesting story of Akbar and Birbal. Are you ready? The name of this story is A Piece of Rope. It is well known that Emperor Akbar liked Birbal a lot. Because of this, so many ministers in Akbar's court were jealous of Birbal. Akbar did know about it, but he was wondering what to do. One day, there was a big expression of this jealousy, and Akbar decided that he will teach a lesson to all the other ministers. One day, Akbar felt that these ministers have to be taught a lesson. On a particular day, Birbal was not in the court. Akbar called all the ministers and told them, I know that I favor Birbal a lot. It is for a certain reason. The kind of wit and intelligence that he carries in his little finger is much more than the entire intelligence you have in your thick heads. Now let me prove this to you. He bent down and picked up a short piece of rope, that was lying in a corner. He thrust it on one of the ministers and said, go and sell this rope for 100 gold coins. Let me see. And I will give you 1 week's time. Birbal can do it in half a day, but I'm giving you a week's time. Let me see. The minister was aghast. He took the rope in his hand. He just looked at it. It was a small piece of a regular rope. How is he going to get 100 gold coins for that? He said, okay, I will try, your majesty. Then he moved away. He tried as much as possible to go to the market, to say this and that about the rope. None of the people bought it even for 1 gold coin. Other ministers also tried the same thing. None of it worked. After a week, Akbar asked, what happened? Were you able to get 100 gold coins for this rope? They all said, not at all. By then, Birbal had got wind of this contest. He himself was a little stunned. How am I going to sell this rope for 100 gold coins? He thought to himself. Nevertheless, he accepted the challenge. So Akbar said, come on here, Birbal, this is the piece of rope. Let me see if you can make 100 gold coins out of it. Birbal said, sure, your majesty, let me give it a try. He took the rope. He also took 2 officials from the court and he walked out of the palace. He went to a particular place in Agra where all these rich merchants of the city lived. So he went to that particular street and he started to measure something with this rope. Just outside one of the biggest bungalows that were there, he was measuring. The chowkidar or the security that was standing guard outside that house looked at Birbal. What is he doing? He ran inside and informed his owner, Birbal is here and he's measuring something with the rope. We don't know what he is up to. So the owner came running and asked, Birbalji, what is happening here? Why are you measuring something? What is the reason? He asked. Then Birbal said, no, actually Emperor Akbar has chosen this place to build a big community hall as a place of worship. So I'm just doing the measurements. What about my house? Yeah, some of the houses here will be cleared to make sure that we have enough space for the community building. Oh my God, no, Birbal, please don't do that. This house belongs to my great-great-grandfather. We have been living in this house generation after generation. We don't want to demolish this house. Please don't do it. If you tell Emperor Akbar, he will listen to you. So he pressed a bag full of gold coins to Birbal. Birbal smiled. He took that bag and said, I will see what to do. He walked a few steps away and then started to do the same measurement outside the next house. Same thing happened. The chowkidar or the security informed its owner. The owner came out and asked Birbal, what's happening? What are you measuring? Then Birbal said, we are going to have a community building here as a place of worship. So I'm just doing some measurements. What about my house? It's going to be demolished. Oh, please don't do that. It's my great-great-grandfather's house. We have been living here. We don't want to demolish this. Please tell Emperor Akbar not to do this. And then he pressed a bag full of gold coins. This repeated in the next 4 or 5 houses. Birbal was very happy. He collected all the money, came back to the fort in the evening. Now Akbar was just waiting for him. So were all the other ministers. They wondered how Birbal was going to make money out of this simple piece of rope. Then Birbal handed over all the bags of gold coins to Akbar and said, this is all I could make it. So Akbar made another person count all the money. There were 500 gold coins. Can you imagine? Then the emperor looked at all the ministers and said, now do you see what I told you? Akbar's wit and intelligence is just unparalleled. All of them even agreed to it. They all came to Birbal and asked, how were you able to do it? So Birbal told them what happened. Akbar had a hearty laugh. He came and embraced Birbal and said, "But for you, what will I do?" So that's the story of A Piece of Rope. I hope you all liked it. My name is Shamala and I'm a passionate storyteller. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shyam Storytime. You will have access to all the stories I upload. Thank you. Bye bye.